Stop misjudging people, think before you decide. Short life lesson. In a small American town called Willow Creek, people believed they could read others like open books. A nice car meant success. Old clothes meant failure. A confident smile meant honesty. Quiet eyes meant trouble. Judgments were quick, effortless, and rarely questioned. Ethan Miller was one of those people. Ethan worked at a local marketing firm in Chicago and believed he had developed a sharp sense for people. He trusted first impressions more than facts and often said, "You can tell who someone is within 10 seconds." To him, life was simple. Good people looked good, and bad ones didn't bother hiding it. One rainy Monday morning, Ethan boarded a nearly empty train. As he sat down, he noticed a man across from him. The man wore worn-out boots, a faded jacket, and carried a plastic grocery bag instead of a briefcase. His beard was messy, and his eyes looked tired. Ethan immediately judged him. Probably unemployed, Ethan thought. Maybe trouble. Definitely not someone going anywhere. Ethan shifted slightly, tightening his grip on his phone. When the man glanced up and smiled politely, Ethan looked away, pretending to scroll through emails. He didn't want a conversation. He didn't want involvement. At the next stop, the train jerked suddenly. A woman standing near the door lost her balance and fell hard to the floor. Her bag spilled, papers scattering everywhere. People froze. Some looked away, others pretended not to notice. Before Ethan could even process what was happening, the poorly dressed man jumped up. He helped the woman stand, gathered her papers, and calmly checked if she was hurt. He spoke gently, reassuring her as if this was second nature. Ethan felt a small sting of discomfort. As the woman thanked the man and sat down, the train continued. The man returned to his seat, now holding a folded document that had fallen from the woman's bag. He walked over and handed it to her with a smile. No one else even moved, the woman said softly. He shrugged. "We all need help sometimes." Ethan watched quietly, his earlier assumptions cracking just a little. A few minutes later, the train announced a delay. Groans filled the car. People checked their watches anxiously. Ethan sighed. He had an important presentation. The man across from him spoke calmly. "Looks like we'll be here a while." Ethan nodded without enthusiasm. "I'm Ethan," he said after a pause, surprising himself. "Daniel," the man replied. "Nice to meet you." They talked. First about the weather, then the city, then work. Ethan learned that Daniel was a civil engineer who had recently returned from a disaster relief project in Louisiana. The worn clothes, donated gear, the tired eyes, weeks of rebuilding flooded homes and sleepless nights helping families start over. Ethan felt embarrassed. Daniel pulled out a notebook from his bag, filled with sketches of bridges and community housing designs. He spoke with passion about building things that last, about helping people who never make the news. "You don't look like what I expected," Ethan admitted quietly. Daniel smiled, not offended. People usually see what they're looking for. The delay ended, and the train resumed its journey. As they stood to exit, Daniel turned to Ethan. "Just one thing," he said. "Life gets easier when you pause before deciding who someone is." Ethan watched Daniel disappear into the crowd, carrying his plastic bag, unnoticed by most. That day, Ethan's presentation went well, but it wasn't the highlight. The real lesson stayed with him long after the meeting ended. He realized how close he had come to missing a remarkable human being because of a shallow judgment. He thought about how many people he had dismissed, ignored, or misunderstood simply because they didn't fit his mental picture of success, intelligence, or worth. From that day on, Ethan changed. He listened more. He judged less. He reminded himself that everyone carries a story you can't see from the outside. Some wear their struggles. Others hide their strengths. The truth is simple but powerful. Appearances lie, and assumptions steal opportunities to learn, connect, and grow. Before you decide who someone is, pause. Because the person you misjudge today might be the one who teaches you the most tomorrow.